On August 24, 2031, the world watched with bated breath as the Ares 9 mission, the most ambitious and daring attempt to land humans on Mars, prepared for its historic journey. The crew consisted of 6 astronauts, each meticulously trained for years, and one brave pilot, Commander Sarah Mitchell, who had dreamt of walking on the Martian surface since she was a child. The voyage to Mars had been a grueling one, marked by long stretches of isolation, intense training, and the anticipation of the unknown. Yet nothing could have prepared them for what awaited them on the red planet. As Ares 9 descended toward the Martian surface, the team executed their landing sequence with precision. The Martian landscape loomed larger in their windows, and excitement mixed with anxiety as they approached their destination. The world watched their progress through live feeds, cheering them on as they inched closer to their ultimate goal. However, just moments before touchdown, disaster struck. A sudden, violent dust storm engulfed the lander, throwing it off course and damaging critical systems. Panic filled the spacecraft as alarms blared and warning lights flickered. Sarah's voice broke through the chaos, guiding her crew through the emergency procedures. She fought against the violent winds and blinding dust, using every ounce of her skill to regain control of the lander. Finally, with a deafening crash, Ares 9 made an unscheduled landing, far from their intended site. The crew members, battered but alive, looked out their viewports at the harsh Martian terrain. The once pristine lander was now a wreck, but it had done its job. They had made it to Mars. The crew's relief was short-lived, however, as their instruments detected unexpected activity. Strange alien structures, unlike anything seen before, began to appear on the horizon. Sarah, the ever-determined leader, made the decision to investigate these structures, hoping they might find answers or assistance from any possible inhabitants. The crew ventured cautiously toward the alien constructions, their spacesuits making them look like futuristic explorers. As they approached, their radios crackled to life with an eerie, indecipherable language. Sarah held up her hand to halt the team, and they watched in awe as a group of Martian beings, unlike anything they had ever seen, emerged from the structures. These Martian beings were tall and slender, with luminous, phosphorescent skin. They moved gracefully and with an air of intelligence that left the astronauts both mesmerized and terrified. The communication barrier was insurmountable, and both sides stood in a tense standoff. Suddenly, one of the Martian beings, apparently a leader, extended a long, slender hand toward Sarah. It was a gesture of invitation, or so it seemed. The crew watched as Sarah, driven by her determination to establish contact and cooperation, cautiously approached the Martian leader. As she reached out to take its hand, a blinding flash of light engulfed them both and they vanished. Panic swept through the remaining crew members. They had witnessed their commander's abduction, and they had no idea where she had gone or if she was even still alive. With no means of communication or understanding the motives of the Martian beings, the crew had no choice but to make a heart-wrenching decision. They had to return to Earth to ensure the safety of the rest of the team. Ares 9 lifted off from Mars with heavy hearts, leaving behind not only their dreams of exploration, but also their beloved commander. The world watched as the spacecraft disappeared into the Martian atmosphere, bound for home. The failed mission haunted them all, and the loss of Sarah Mitchell weighed heavily on their souls. Back on Earth, the world united in support of the Ares 9 crew, mourning the loss of their brave leader and praying for her safe return. But as days turned into weeks, it became apparent that Commander Sarah Mitchell was truly lost to the mysteries of Mars, forever separated from her crewmates and from humanity.